Well, the Raiders have finally snapped their 4-game losing skid, and it was just in time for the Silver and Black to head east to take on the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's go Vegas Nation Red Zone. I'm Bryan Salmond. And folks, of course, this is NFL writer for the Review Journal, Gilbert Manzano, El Sharpo in the flesh. How you doing, my man?
Doing well. It feels like a long time since the Raiders played a game, right?
It does. What, they've been off, 10, 12 days or something before the game? All right, cool. So a long time since I've had a chance to talk with you in Red Zone style in the beautiful set. First things first, we're going with who you got. It's a game that I love doing with you. Who you got?
I love this game.
All right, here we go. Who you got? Quarterbacks. We're talking about Derek Carr, obviously coming off the best game of the season by far. I mean, finally went over 300 yards, had the touchdown passes, the game-winning touchdown. Or Tyrod Taylor, he's a multiple Pro Bowler, very mobile quarterback. He's having a pretty good season so far. Who you got?
Yeah, it's weird. Tyrod Taylor, it seems like they always want to give up on him in Buffalo. Like, no, we don't like you. We're going to cut take away some of your money, and we're going to cut you eventually. But he's having a decent year. For what he's working with, it's not too much talent, but he's still getting the job done. He's moving the ball. You say he's a mobile guy. He's getting yards. But just Derek Carr coming off that big game on Thursday night with the game-winning touchdown and, 400 yards passing, something ridiculous like that. So I think Carr is back, so I'm going to have to stick with Carr, the upside. I know Taylor, you know what you're going to get with Taylor. Tyrod, he's going to get you some yards on the ground and a couple touchdowns here and there. But Derek Carr is back to maybe being the MVP guy of a year ago, so hopefully for him it's two weeks in a row. Okay,
cool. So I'll go with the invisible pen. All right, that's for Derek Carr. Okay, we're continuing on with who you got. We're going to the running backs now. Of course, we have LeSean McCoy. He's just one guy, but he's also one of the best running backs in the NFL. We have the two-headed monster with the Raiders. We've got Jalen Richard, of course, DeAndre Washington. Who you got?
It could have been Marshawn against LeSean McCoy. This would have been Marshawn's homecoming game to Buffalo. He has not been there since he got traded from Seattle and now with the Raiders. So disappointing, he's suspended. But yeah, we got the two guys committee for the Raiders. And I think Jalen Richard could have a big game. He's a guy who has burst, speed. He gives you those extra yards that we've seen flash. He just doesn't have the carries because it was Marshawn's, I guess it was his team. But with Marshawn, you were just getting breaking some tackles here and there that he kind of breaks loose for 5 yards. But where Jalen Richard could be, to the house sometimes here and there.
I agree.
But this is going to be like an easy, argument for LeSean McCoy. He's a star player. He did it in Philadelphia. He's doing it in Buffalo now. But he has been in a funk. He had a 4-game stretch, but I think he couldn't even get past 70 yards. And he didn't have a touchdown until last week. He had 2 against the Buccaneers. So I think McCoy has found kind of his groove, and I'll take LeSean McCoy every day.
See, you're going with a little bait and switch. You had me thinking that you're going with the two-headed monster, but
just kind of making a little argument for both sides.
Okay, all right. So moving on to a question that's probably pretty easy. Jordan Matthews, of course, is the receiver for the Buffalo Bills. We're talking about receivers. But then you have the Raiders. They're two-headed monster, really three-headed monster, but their tight end has been doing Cook kind of came alive last week. So Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, Cook, and then Jordan Matthews, I guess, is really like the best receiver for the Bills.
And a bunch of other guys.
And a bunch of other guys whom no one knows who are not named Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, the thing about the Bills, it's just somehow Tyrod Taylor makes it work. I think he had a guy come off pretty much off the wire or the street. But he connected with the guy for 107 yards, Deontay Thompson. So maybe they have a connection there. Okay. Jordan Matthews kind of been banged up. And the thing about tight end, they had Charles Clay who was having a good year, but then Logan Thomas, a former quarterback for the Cardinals, has now turned the tight end. He got a touchdown pass, first ever career last week, and Logan Thomas used to be the backup quarterback for Tyrod Taylor at Virginia Tech. So a little backstory there, but again,
only stuff you can get here with Gilbert Manzano.
5 things to watch Bills on reviewjournal.com, by the way. But again, Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper, Jared Cook, easy for the Raiders. I think they're back on track. 210 yards for Cooper a week ago, so put that one for the Raiders easily.
Nah, you know what? A hand clap for you for bringing up the nice little fun fact of a guy who used to be a backup for Tyrod Taylor when he played at Virginia Tech. I didn't know that.
He was a pretty bad quarterback in the NFL, so good thing he's a tight end now.
Oh, he's no Ryan Tannehill?
Not even close.
Okay, so lastly, who you got? We're going with the Raiders. They haven't played outside of the Oakland Coliseum in 3 games. They had a 3-game homestand. Right. They're finally on the road, but they're going back to Buffalo. They're going to be playing at 10 o'clock in the morning body time. The Buffalo Bills place is a hard place to play. I guess who you got in that respect? The Raiders on the road finally playing another road game, or the Bills at home?
I will usually say Bills because, for they're at home, you would be the easy answer. But the Raiders have been off for 10 days. They're fresh. Sometimes you need that, for the injuries, and they've been out on the East Coast hanging around. So I think they're used to it. Something about it just like reminds me of the Titans game where the opening week they went to Nashville, 10 a.m. game. Mariota, Taylor, kind of the same. So I think the Raiders might be used to that already.
Okay, so you're going with the Raiders.
So go with the Raiders there, yeah.
All right. So
for the time zone.
For the time zone. Okay, we got the parallels. Okay. Well, there you have it. Gilbert Manzano, of course. El Sharpo looking good. He's the NFL writer for ReviewJournal.com. And, of course, go to ReviewJournal.com to read the article on the 5 things you need to watch coming up with this game, right?
Yep, Buffalo Bills. You're a Bills fan in Las Vegas, check it out.
All right, there you go.